freak show. Welcome to the freak show. Welcome to the freak show. Lady in the streets, but a freak in the seats though. Welcome to the freak show. Welcome to the freak show. Welcome to the freak show. Lady in the streets, but a freak in the seats though.
Miami sport music.
All right, welcome to the free show. Before we start, Allie, I gotta say, with that intro, the one clip that gets me every time is you at the NFL draft all by yourself dancing, it looks like, in a satin jacket, because you look a little drunk in that picture, I'm not going to lie.
I actually wasn't. I don't even think I had a drink at that point yet. I was just happy to be there, be out there with all the friends.
Just loving life. I love it. Again, thank you for tuning into the Freak Show on this Friday, September 12th. We were going to record today. I go, you know what? Let's just do it live, make it easier. So we are live if you're watching on YouTube, live actually on Twitter as well. So share a like, share a comment. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and super chats are open if you want to leave us a comment as well. We will read it on the air, but do it via super chat. It helps out the channel a little bit. This show today is brought to you by Caneswear. Everyone go to caneswear.com for the best and most affordable Miami Dolphins apparel on the internet. If you need a Miami Dolphins hat, hoodie, jersey, shirt, sweatshirt, something for the car, something for the home with a Miami Dolphins logo on it, caneswear.com is the website to go. The most affordable Miami Dolphins apparel. And if you're in South Florida, just stop by their store, 2655 South University Drive in Davie, Florida, because Caneswear has it all. They got stuff for the Florida Panthers, the Miami Heat, the Miami Hurricanes, and the Miami Marlins as well. All right, Dolphreaky, last week's game didn't go as planned.
I don't even know where to start with this because, okay, so I will say this late in the week now, I've settled, my emotions have settled, and, I'm starting to look at this more rationally. And yes, it's just one game, first game of the season. Tensions are running high with the fan base. Obviously, we're all upset about what happened, but let's really just take a realistic look at what happened. The Colts completely overpowered the Miami Dolphins, and everything we said in the last episode just totally didn't come true.
Nope.
Mike McDaniel didn't change his ways. Tua didn't slay. Everything went wrong. Literally everything. It was like, Mike, those videos of like semi trucks sliding on ice and just like taking out every car in its path. And it's just like, That's what this game was.
It was so bad that they couldn't make a stop at all on defense. Like the Colts, every time the Colts got the ball, they scored. They finally forced a Colts punt. And Matthew Judon, God love him, runs into the punter, gives him a first down. They get a first down, they scored on that drive too. We couldn't even force a punt. It feels like it was,
we couldn't do anything great. Right.
Yeah, if something could go wrong, it went wrong. And, I see both sides of this too, though, I will admit, in that, some people go, it's just week one, everyone calm down. True. But the team we saw week one was also the same team we saw all of 2024, and it feels like nothing has changed.
Nothing's changed.
You're a fan who's mad, who's saying it's not just week one, it's pretty much a continuation of what we've already seen over and over again. You're not wrong. So I can't be mad at those people either. Like, I get why fans are mad. I get why fans are throwing money into a hat to fly a banner. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. But it just goes to show the anger in the fan base that when, times are tough and people are taking out, whether it's a 5, a 10, or a 20, you know what? Fly the damn banner. Like, they're that mad that they're giving up a little
we're
bit of
fucking
money.
Pissed. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, go for it.
We are. I mean, it just hurts because when you get your first look at your team and you're like, okay, this is what we're working with for the rest of the season. So that to me was the most disheartening thing. Like what is going to change for the rest of the season? Probably nothing. So this is what we're working with. And I think the only thing that really made me feel better, maybe like as the week went on this week, was knowing that the players decided to meet on their own. They had a players only meeting, and they decided to get together and really like talk this out. And obviously, they said they hear the noise, they hear it from their family, from their friends, they hear us, and so I would hope that the biggest thing that they could work on is, like Rex Ryan had said, they had no passion, no smoke. They have to try to find the passion, and they have to try to find a will to win for us, for for them, for the team, for each other. Like this is going to come from within. It's not going to be, obviously we know like Mike McDaniel's leadership is just what it is, and all his little antics, we're from a manager perspective, like I get it. You want to make work feel fun. You want people to feel like, work is not work, that it's, it makes it easier to get through the day. But at the end of the day, what the product that we're left with now is what? We have this undisciplined team that can't do anything right on either side of the ball. So I really hope that the players can dig deep, work it out with themselves, and get shit done, at least for the fans who are paying so much money to see this team every freaking year.
Yeah, that's the thing. As you know, they raise the prices of tickets every year. They raise the prices of parking every year.
And what do we get from it?
If you win, that's fine. Go for it. Fans will pay it. But it's like when you're not winning, and when things, again, I know some people say it's just week one. I hear you. But for the other half to say it's just more the same of 2024, they're not wrong. So it's like, what are you paying for? And what I have said this week on some other shows was, the fans of the Dolphins have done their part for 25 years. Yeah. No matter how, I understand you're not going to win the Super Bowl every year. I understand you might not make the playoffs every year, but over 25 years, they've won the AFC East, I think, once. They haven't won a playoff game at all. You can't tell me, the fans have done their part to the point where this team that wins nothing has a waiting list for season tickets. I mean, think about that.
A line around the stadium for the new rivalries jerseys at the team store. Yeah. And it makes it really, I saw this picture of this line and it just gave the perception like, wow, we're not pissed at all. Like we're still buying up the merch. We're doing our job. As fans, we're doing our job. We've been here. We've been loyal. We still have our season tickets. We're going to the games. We're buying the merch. What can the Miami Dolphins do for us?
Yeah. At what point so I always say a team is like a public trust. Yes, there's an owner who owns everything, but the owner's not there forever. Teams are often passed or sold. Fans have done their part for 25 years. When does the organization start to do their job? And no one likes to, want to see anyone lose their job or get fired, but there does come a point here where it's like, how much time do you deserve? Mike McDaniel walked into a role where he took over a team that won 10 games and 9 games with Flores. It's not like he took over a god-awful team. He took over teams that won 9 and 10 games, and then we added Hill and Chubb and Armstead, and they only got better, and he fell short. Chris Greer has hit his fingerprints on everything for 9 years. I know he's been here for 25, but he's only been the general manager for 9. So he's had his fingerprints on every hiring, every draft pick. So it's like there's no one else to point the fingers at anymore. And that's why this week's kind of a big game.
Are you afforded? Like if I make a mistake at my job as a pharmacist, I could kill someone. Like how many chances does a pharmacist get to make a mistake, right? How many chances does a head coach? Like what is the time frame? Are we looking at it? You get 2 years, you get 3 years, and like you said, like he took this over with a decent team.
Yeah, and it just got better the moment he got there. And the other thing is, like, there's no shame losing on the road week 1 to the Colts. If they would have lost, though, 27-24, 21-14, 17-10, like, okay, it happens. They made one more play. It happened. You put up a fight, you're in the game. This game was over in the first quarter. It was never competitive.
By halftime, it was done.
Oh, halftime, it was done. I think it was done.
Congratulations, Dolphins, for, going 3.5 quarters and then finally putting up some points. How embarrassing.
Yeah. And it was on a lucky play on a 4th down sideways pass that Achane broke for like 6 tackles. God love him. He was one of the 2 people that showed up.
Thank you for showing up, Achane. Bradley Chubb, thank you for showing up when no one else did. Yeah,
pretty much. Chubb, Achane, and Eskridge on the returns actually played pretty well too. But that's about it that you want to give any positive kudos for. But that's why this week's game is so big because, look, we know next week on a Thursday versus the Bills, we are 1-13 in our last 14 games versus the Bills. And the one we got, we needed help from the sun. Let's just call it what it is. So it's like, we know next week's not looking promising. That's probably one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the entire league that we never beat. So you're staring at 0-3 if you don't win this week.
Yeah.
That's why this week's game, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the show, is so important because just come out and put up a fight. Like, put up a fight.
Please, put up a fight at home in front of your fans.
I think most rational fans at this point, like, look, we might not win a lot of games this year. We might not make the playoffs. We're not going to win the Super Bowl, clearly, but don't like embarrass us every week either.
Please,
It's
like we can't have blowouts ever. Like
exactly,
my heart can't. I can't do it.
if they go out there and lose this week, 31-30, and it's a dogfight, yeah, it stinks. We'll all be mad that they lost, but like, okay, at least you gave me 4 quarters of entertainment. At least, like, just don't go out there and lay another egg. So yeah, we'll talk about that more in the show. It's the first home game of the year, which I know means the first tailgate for you. And the East 12, row 29.
Yeah, row 209.
Row 209.
209, orange lot between the East 12 and the East 22 sign. That's the place to be this weekend. And everybody's welcome. Come through, say hi. You'll see the super fans everywhere. Come
Ashley
meet
will
everyone.
be there probably. Yeah.
Ashley will be there.
Lou.
Big shout out to Big E. We miss you. I'm always like, yeah, Big E's here. Ashley's here. Big E's not going to be there, but he'll be there in spirit, and we'll make sure that he feels loved. And yeah, everybody's out there. Like, it's going to be so much fun. It's because in times like this where we're down on the team and we don't really have a whole lot maybe to look forward to. We have tailgates and we can throw badass parties.
That's the best part. Yeah. I mean, really, that is, I think part of the reason why fans still go is because of the community the fan base has built, especially on social media, not just with this tailgate, which yours is kind of like one of the larger ones where if you're on social media, at least you kind of like, oh, I see the wig. That's Allie. Spoiler, she's wearing a wig. That's Allie. or you see Ashley and Lou, who is just our greatest couple ever. I love them both. Or you see Ian when he's there, and I really do hope at least one game this year he gets to go to.
Everybody knows people, like I sit in the deep end, which is section 129. Like, if you guys come down and say hi to us, like there's all kinds of characters in there. We got Gorilla Luke, we got Jeff Budman. We've got Chucky, like all these fun fans who've helped to build this community into what it is now. Like, you'll find them there. Gorilla Luke is my DJ this year. I am so excited. He's taken up DJing now, so we're gonna have a party like no other this week.
Nice. Are you doing? Which I know some weeks you do, some weeks you don't. Are there any charity things this week to sometimes like with like the food drive for like the pets and stuff? Is that? Like, is that happening?
So, every tailgate, my charity, Dolphreaky's Friends, we hand out Narcan. And so this year, I have Miss Finns is working with me like she did last year, helping to distribute the Narcan.
I have to meet her in person. I don't think I've ever met her in person.
What? No, she is so awesome. She's just a great friend of mine, and she really cares about the community. And, a couple of years ago, it was like the year before last, she was like, how can I like help you with your charity and get involved? And she said the cause was good, close to her heart. And so we distributed 120 packs of Narcan last season, which is huge. And if you don't know what Narcan is, it is an opioid reversal agent for accidental opioid overdose, whether, some baby finds a pill on the ground and takes it, whether your grandma took an extra one of her pain medications, whether somebody's, a chronic drug user, it doesn't matter.
Just needs help. Yeah. Someone just needs help.
It can happen to anyone, anywhere. And so my initiative is to have Narcan in every single household, every workplace possible. And so I am working on getting stations set up around Naples. I already have one station set up in Pinellas County with Pinellas Hope, where we restock the Narcan there for their residents in their program. And so I'm just trying to get, as a pharmacist, that's, my movement. So at the tailgate, we always have that readily available. You can come and take as much as you want. I've had people come for, bags of it or just one, but come by. And I also have a couple other supplies. My whole thing is harm reduction. So, preventing STDs is going to be a big thing this year. Preventing, people getting roofied, things like that. That's going to be a big focus of mine.
Safety. We got to do a show on that too.
We're going to do a show on that.
Yeah, one of these we can do a show on safety, because
no secret that this football community is not always the safest of situations.
Because sometimes things get out of hand at these tailgates because it's a lot of alcohol flowing, and not everyone's as nice as Allie and me. Let's just say some people, do
some
get a little.
People have malintent. Yes,
they have bad intent. So yes, one of these weeks, and probably soon we'll do that.
Yeah.
Talk
We're
about
definitely
safety,
doing
just
that.
just things just to be careful for. Not that people that everyone's going to be like, oh my god, don't need to be paranoid about stuff, but just take the extra step to make sure
Party safely, drink
party safe.
responsibly,
Yeah,
and
have a
yeah, and
driver, something. Yeah,
support one another. If somebody is not doing well at the tailgate because they're dehydrated, offer them some water, offer them an ice towel, something like that. Anything we want to. And I think this is a good time to bring this up too, because the world is in just such turmoil, and our country's really going through it, and people are very divided, and it's just
On
not a
edge.
good time right now. So I think we all just have to remember to be kind to one another, support one another, even if it's a Patriots fan, out there in the
Yeah, it's
tailgate.
not,
Like we're
everyone just wants to see their team win. It's no big deal
it's
because we
football. We
go
want to
on.
stay safe.
Yeah, because we go, and I mean us as a fan base and we see our team play on the road. We don't want to be yelled at, have stuff thrown at us. So don't do it to them either. It's just a game, folks. It
No,
ain't that big a deal. Just
no,
treat
we don't
that,
want to have a culture in Miami where people are afraid to come to our stadium, and
yeah.
obviously that's not our reputation. So we want to.
And if they are acting
that.
like a jerk, you don't have to get the last word in. Just walk away. It's not that
Just
big a deal.
away.
Walk
Just
away.
walk away.
You don't have to get the last word in. Everyone feels like they have to get the last word in, I feel.
Yeah.
Just say, okay, just walk away. Let them be a jerk and just go the other direction. Yeah. Avoid conflict is usually the best thing.
Be kind. Be good.
Yeah. This show today is brought to you by MyBookie. Here, look, for those of you who like to gamble, and I know not everyone does, but MyBookie is a great place to gamble. Here's why. Because if you go to mybookie.com, you use the promo code Dolphins, your first bet up to $500 is fully covered. What does that mean? It means you can place a bet up to, it could be $10, $20, $100, whatever, up to $500. As long as you use the bet back bonus token, it is fully covered if you lose. Now, mybookie.com, here's the deal. There's a lot of you can bet anything too. You can bet the NFL, obviously, college football, UFC, boxing, golf, US Open just finished, tennis, WNBA still going on. You can bet anything at mybookie.com. Use the promo code Dolphins. Bet back bonus token is the thing to use to make sure your first bet is covered that way. And this weekend, we got some big games, obviously. Miami versus the Patriots. I might not bet that game per se. I think that game could go really either way. But in college, there's a lot of good games. Tonight, if you're watching this on Friday, Houston is playing Colorado. Kind of like Houston, not going to lie. Lay the 4.5. And on Saturday, USC Purdue I like. Notre Dame -6.5, Texas A&M. There's a lot of games. But whatever game you want to bet, don't take my advice. I'm just sharing my opinions. MyBookie.com, promo code Dolphins. Bet pack bonus token. First bet's covered up to $500. Check it out. And it's just worth trying it once because your first bet you can't lose. So just even if it's just one bet you place, give it a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a Florida man game. We gotta break this up, have some laughs. For those of you who are unaware of the Florida man game, look, the state of Florida sometimes has some weird, wild stories. And guys heading through a Wendy's, he throws an alligator through the thing, or the guy goes to a strip club and he wants to, pay in change. It's some weird stuff that doesn't happen. And there seems more of them happen in Florida. So our team's in Florida. You got to laugh at yourself at times like this. You got to have a sense of humor. So I'm going to read two stories. One happened in Florida. Another one's a crazy story that happened outside of Florida, though, because there's crazy people everywhere, as we know.
Yes.
And I'm going to read each story to Allie. She's going to guess which one happened in Florida and which one happened elsewhere. We play for prize. We play for pride and not prize. Don't Google it. If you're in the chat, you can play along too, but no Googling. Let's have some fun.
I won last week.
You did win last week. You were 1-0.
Well, if the Dolphins can't win, somebody has to. Now,
this story, I hope, does not get you in any trouble, and I hope it didn't happen at your store.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, actually, no, it couldn't happen. Well, I think I might just spoil this. I don't know. Either way, let's just pretend like I didn't say that. Okay. A man was arrested after he indulged in sweets and other various items inside a closed Walgreens for several hours, according to police. The police department was called at 3 a.m. after the store's alarm went off. The alarm company told authorities a man inside the store, despite it being closed since 10 p.m. Security footage showed a man enter the Walgreens at 9:40, go into the restroom. He did not come out until 2:42 a.m. After being in the restroom for 5 hours, the man started going around and started eating. Had some Tostito spinach dip, Reese's chocolate, some Ghirardelli chocolate bars, Dr. Pepper. Then when the police came, he was getting some cigs, some Newports, and the police had to talk him through the glass how to open the door. And they helped the man get out. He was later arrested, I guess, just for being on site afterwards. And I didn't spoil that because I didn't say where that was from. So it was just the Walgreens part.
This is a very Walgreens story, too.
That's a very Walgreens story, though. I'm sure that one could happen in many states, actually. We'll see. You'll see what your guess is. Story
All the
number
things
2.
that happen in our bathrooms.
Oh, it sounds like the guy fell asleep on the John for 5 hours. Had a good little nap. That's what it sounds like.
Somebody should have checked, though, before closing the store. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, true. That's true. They should do a walkthrough. Story number 2. Police were surprised last week when they pulled over a DUI suspect, only to find the driver was dressed up as a Bud Light can. And I actually have a picture of this for those watching. Well, yes, this is the man. Deputies flagged down this man about possibly being intoxicated. His car was swerving a little bit. And when they took the man out of the car, that's what he was wearing. And then the cop said, sometimes you see things you cannot believe. Officer said that the man was placed under arrest for driving under the influence and wearing a Bud Light can. I love it. So, story number 1, is that Florida or elsewhere? Story number 2, is that Florida or elsewhere? Talk us through your logic. Tell us what's going through your brain, and let's see if you can go 2-0 this week.
Show me the picture again.
Oh, I will show you that picture. That's a great picture. Now, I know you're probably looking for clues, and I made sure
I'm looking for palm trees.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like it could definitely be a Florida roadside. This looks like it could be like Alligator Alley.
I love how, and I got this in the newspaper. Someone in the newspaper just put something over his face, like with a marker, not to show the man's face.
Oh, I thought you did that.
No, I didn't do that. No.
I got questions about this. Like, was this guy one of those like Bud Light promoters that show up at events and like hand out the free stuff and like he accidentally got too intoxicated? Or
I don't think it said in the article.
Or did he win that costume at like one of those? I got questions.
There's a lot of questions right there. I don't know if it said it in the article. I don't think so. As I check it again. I
feel like Bud Light guy was in Florida.
Okay, so your Bud Light guy, you're saying he's in Florida, which means story number 1 and Walgreens was not Florida.
Yeah.
And Allie, much like the Dolphins, you came up short this week.
Oh, what?
Story number 1, let me give you the exact Florida. And I thought this actually this happened in Tampa. That was a Tampa Walgreens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was a Tampa Walgreens. It was the new, I can't pronounce this word, SMYRNA Beach, their police department, new Smyrna?
Is that right?
Smyrna. Okay, let's go with Smyrna. So that happened there. The one with this guy wearing his little thing, that was in Kansas.
Oh.
That happened in Kansas, and it happened around Memorial Day. So I don't know if he was doing a promotion or if he was just partying it up on Memorial Day.
Very interesting.
But very interesting.
Like I said, like the best things happen in our Walgreens bathrooms. Like you would not believe. This is like crazy to me. The amount of poop that gets like smeared everywhere. And
why do people do that?
I don't understand how this is happening. Like literally we've had some situations where there's poop on the ceiling, on the walls, on the sink.
Why do people do that?
How does that happen?
Well, because they're just being jerks. I think at the end of the day, they know what they're doing, but they're like, see, those are the people that scare me because they're angry at the world. And I don't know why. It's like,
why are you angry at the Walgreens bathroom?
It's like, why are you angry at the Walgreens? It's like freaking Walgreens. And they just want to ruin someone else's day. It feels like it's like
crazy people.
Because that doesn't happen. Look, if that's on purpose. That's not by accident.
I would think so too.
Weird. Yeah, it has to be. It's just so weird. Okay, let's talk about Miami, New England here. We did get some news prior to us going live. I don't know if it's good news. That Austin Jackson, that Benito Jones, and shocking Darren Waller will not play. They are out this week. So Keon Smith at right guard and Larry Borum at right tackle this week for the Dolphins. With Jones out, he was in a rotation, so we'll probably see more of the rookie Jordan Phillips at nose tackle. He'll be on the field for more snaps along with Grant as well, with Zach Sealer out there. Jalen Waddle will play. I know at the end of that game, he sort of got like nicked up a little bit, but Mike McDaniel said he's expected to play. And Jalen Wright, who people thought he'd be out for like much longer, he's not going to play, but he hasn't been ruled out yet. So there's still a chance running back Jalen Wright could play this week, I guess. So that's the injury front again, I gave my pick on Wednesday night with Tom. I got Miami 24-21. But I just think, he said, "Oh, we back McDaniel. It can't get worse." Well, it can, but I don't think it will. I think, look, if they had a players-only meeting, I think they're at home. They're going to come out and put up a fight. And I think they're going to put up a fight at least. Whether they win or lose, I don't know. I'm saying they're going to win by 3, but I think the game will be close. Neither one of these teams are great. They have flaws, too, the Patriots. They're a young team. Their head coach scares me. The last 2 times he was in Miami with the Titans, he won. And each of those wins hurt the Dolphins bad.
That
scares me.
That's the scariest part.
Yeah, so I got Miami. So I got Miami 24-21. What's your pick?
I feel like it's going to be close like that, too. And, I struggle with, I don't want to be on the air saying I think we're not going to win.
After this week, though, if they lose after this week, it might be, look, I would love, and I hate the Bills. I live not too far from there. I hate these people. But next week, how am I going to come on here with a straight face and pick Miami to beat the Bills, especially if we lose this week?
Right.
And if we have all these, I can say Miami's going to win, but no one's going to take me seriously at that point. So it's like,
I'm just going to say it now. The Bills are going to totally kick our ass, and that's just how that's going to be.
Yeah.
This, again, I mean, it could go totally either way, and I feel like we have the advantage being at home. Fans, let's create that advantage, okay? Let's go over the rules really quick because this is a thing that just happens to be a problem every time. We are loud on defense and we are quiet on offense. That's what creates our home field advantage. So that's what we can control in the game. But then we'll let the team control what they can control.
And don't do the wave either. The wave is so 80s, and don't do the wave on offense too. Enough of the wave.
I'll participate.
On defense, you can do it. Don't do it when they're on offense.
And I'm a little on the fence about participating in the whiteout because that just never works. And
it's a bad week for it because it's like
a bad week for it.
White's the color for surrender. We don't want to surrender this week.
Waving the white flag. No,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to do that.
I hope they put a shirt
Patriots
on
color.
each chair.
And we want to wear our new fits. Hello.
I just hope they put a shirt on each chair because people don't remember or people don't care. But if you give them a white shirt for free, when they finally go to their seat, they'll put it on. If there's no white shirt and not a white towel, you don't want people waving a white towel. But that's just bad optics, as they say. Yeah. Just a white shirt on each seat is a way to do it. I don't know what they're going to do. I know in the past this has never worked.
It's never worked. Even I feel like last year we came close. Last year we came as close as we ever have because it was more announced ahead of time and it was more promoted, and I think the fans really took to promoting it and things like that. But I just don't even know if I'm going to participate in this time.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
that white hair.
I know. The white hair. No, you want white hair. No.
Not really.
Now when you got the orange and the aqua or the pink, even save the pink for October for
I don't wear that wig. That's Freaky's wig. That's me. That's her.
Okay.
We should have her on the show sometime too because she likes to talk.
Your call. Anytime. So
I'm gonna say it's gonna be close. I think we will edge them. Let's say I'm gonna call it 20-21 Dolphins win.
Okay, 21-20. Yeah, it's all reasonable. I think I don't think either team is capable of winning by a lot against the other. I think it's going to be a close game, which is right now coming off last week. That's really what you need to see first from Miami, and then we'll take it from there. But hopefully they come out and win. Hopefully that offensive line holds up, and the secondary just has to play better. And I know it's not all their fault because the pass rush didn't help them last week, but the secondary's got to play better and get some stops. But
I believe anyone can change their ways, right? We can turn this around. We have a whole season in front of us.
And here's the thing too, which also works for them because they lost last week. Most years, week 1 to week 2 is where you see the most improvement in all teams, really. Because you watch week 1, everyone thinks that's the greatest team ever, that's the worst team ever, and then in week 2, it's like, wait, they actually won? Yeah, because it's just one game type of deal. I know for Miami, as we said, it's maybe not just one game, but players only meeting. You're at home. The heat's on our side. The sun again helps. You think it's going to be more competitive at least, and if they can't win this one,
wake up call. That was definitely a wake up call.
If they can't win this one, we're going to have some shows this year are going to be talking about stuff like, so what do you think about John Gruden or Mike McCarthy as the next head coach? We're not there yet, but I'm saying if we don't win this one, We might be there sooner rather than later.
I know.
And that's that. Okay.
And I don't want this
I don't
show
want
to
that either.
come to that. So we
Let's-
try to keep the positive angle.
We'll try to keep it. Let's just take this week and take it from there, and then we'll
Mhm.
pray for a miracle next Thursday.
Yes. Anything can happen, okay? Like
I've seen
this is
upsets. Yeah, I
football.
mean,
that would be. Can you
look,
imagine?
Law of averages. We got to win against these guys eventually.
If we
law of
beat the
averages.
Bills on Thursday, we completely change our narrative in
Just-
an instant.
Well, there's that. But here's the other thing, too. People forget this. 2 years ago, Rodgers, Monday Night Football, 4 plays, ruptures his Achilles, gets hurt. You know what happened the rest of that game? Zach Wilson came off the bench, and they actually won. They beat the Bills, the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
So anything can happen. Now, look, we don't want to play Zach Wilson in that game. We want to play our starter quarterback, too. He's better. But I'm saying anything can happen. If Zach Wilson can come off the bench week 1 and beat the Bills, like, we can't beat the Bills. And I just saw, too, before it's going on, Ed Oliver, their outstanding nose tackle, he's going to be out for like a month or so, so we're not going to have to face him, which we need not that you want to see
Every
anyone get
little
hurt.
thing helps.
I'm not saying I want to see anyone get hurt.
No,
I'm just
I know.
saying, we're going to be down some offensive linemen. The fact that they're going to be down someone opposite side, ain't the worst thing in the world for us.
Mhm.
So there's that. But okay, let's close out the show with jokes.
It's now time to get to know your opponent's city.
All right. Each week here, we are going to get to know our opponent's city, who we're playing, learn a little bit about the town, the city, and the state itself. This week, New England, Foxborough. Even though the game's in Miami, that's who we're playing. So let's get to learn a little bit about our friends up north. Really, it is the city of Boston. It's the only city where people think yelling louder makes you right. The accent isn't charming. It sounds like a lawnmower choking on a lobster roll. Boston's idea of fine dining is Dunkin' with a side of attitude. Oh, those people in Boston love their stinking Dunkin' Donuts.
They do.
Foxborough isn't just a city. It's just a Walmart parking lot with goalposts. The best part about Foxborough is the sign says, now leaving Foxborough. If boredom had a zip code, it would be Foxborough. Patriots fans, they have won a lot. We got to give them credit. They've won a lot of Super Bowls the past, 20 years or so. God bless them. They earned them.
Yeah, God
But
bless them.
Patriots fans love to brag about their 6 rings. And the only way they can watch those games is if they break out a VHS player, because it did seem to happen quite a while ago.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been a while. I'm not saying fans of the Patriots live in the past, but they live in the past harder than a blockbuster. It's been a little bit. Been a minute.
I don't think they live in the past harder than we do.
No, I know. We talk about those teams from the 70s, but you know what? I'm sticking to the bit here.
Perfect, Bill.
The only dynasty now in Foxborough is Dunkin' Donuts. And here's the other deal, too. You might be able to help me on this question. Bill Belichick, the former coach, everyone's giving him a hard time. He's dating a 24-year-old,
Yeah.
right? And he is like mid-70s. Okay, he's dating a 24-year-old.
He's living his best life.
He's living his
How can you
best
blame
life.
him?
Here, but
Doing beach
who gets a
yoga?
free?
He's on
who
the
gets
beach
a?
yoga. That was
Let's
cute.
be honest too. I'm going to say this as a man. No one's turned away a 24-year-old. I don't care what age you get. Okay, I'm just saying that as a man. Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, he's getting a free pass here because his wife passed away like a few years ago, and now he's back out there. He's married again to someone 33 years younger than him.
Oh,
So
wow.
Bill Belichick is up there going, hey, ain't just me. Look at good old Robert Kraft here. He ain't no innocent little boy. What the
Is
fuck?
this typical? I wonder if this is typical for a New England area.
That's my question. What is going on up there where no man can find anyone close to their own age to be with? I don't get it.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like this goes on here too, but
In Florida, yeah. I mean,
Money
in Florida,
speaks.
I look like Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
Money
If you got
speaks.
money.
Yeah. I mean, I personally prefer to make my own money, but some women
Yeah.
got to get a sugar daddy here and there.
Gotta get a sugar
I've had a
daddy,
lot of offers, for sugar
See?
daddies, and I'm like,
There you go. No,
Jared's
not
like,
just-
yeah, do it. He's like, you should totally do that, and then you can buy me a new Jeep, truck parts,
New
I'm
iPhone?
like, oh, really? Like all the sugar daddy money gets shuffled right to you, and he's
Yeah,
like,
he
well,
wants
yeah,
it.
you're mine. So
Like, you're doing the work, he wants the money. I don't know if that's how that works.
he just wants the truck parts.
Yeah, it's the truck part. Yeah. All right.
Like, oh, my Dolphin season tickets.
Yeah, for real. For real. 'Cause those things aren't cheap anymore. The state of Massachusetts, what have they given us? What famous people have they given us? Well, first off, there's Conan O'Brien, who was fired after 3 months as the host of the Tonight Show back in the day. Loser. Then there's Ben Affleck, who was the worst Batman of all the Batmans. I'm not even a big fan of those movies, but I know Ben Affleck was the worst of all the Batman.
He's still hot.
If you say so. And he's not with JLo anymore, correct? So now he's single again. That might be your sugar daddy. Bobby Brown. Everyone remember Bobby Brown and his famous song, It's My Prerogative.
Mhm.
And I can say it's my prerogative to say your music sucks.
Oh, come on.
It's a bit. It's a bit. This is all tongue in cheek. It's
Fine.
good, gentle humor. Speaking of crappy music, we got the New Kids on the Block also from there.
Hey, they're awesome.
And then, maybe I get this actually might be true, although Ben Affleck's pretty famous. Maybe one of the most famous people from this area is now John Cena from West Newbury, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And I know, John, you say no one can see you. Maybe it's because no one wants to see you. That is get to know our opponent's city.
It's now time to get to know your opponent's city.
I've never been to Foxborough. Have you?
Never been up there. I've never been anywhere in Massachusetts, actually. I've been to New York City, been to Buffalo. I've been to Toronto. I've been to Miami. I haven't been anywhere up there. Yeah.
It's on my list. It's actually on my list for this year, but like there's a big asterisk on it. Shout out to my friend Uncle Russell who lives out that way, and Kyle Wool. They are my two besties up there, and I would love to go up there this year and see them. Especially Kyle Wool writes for us. So
yes, Kyle's a great writer.
Awesome.
Love Kyle's work. He's very nice.
Shout out to Kyle.
He puts out great content.
And Uncle Russell gave me tickets for the Patriots game this year. So, I mean, I could go.
Isn't that like the last game of the year, too?
It's the last one.
It'd be cool.
And I just think, I'll make the trip if I find that it's,
worthwhile.
Maybe playoff contention, dare I say that. It just seems ridiculous to
true.
say that at this point. But
yeah, I mean, if we got like 5 wins, it's like, what are you going there for? Which,
I could go.
Yes, you want to see the people, but it's like, let's wait till next year. Maybe things might be a little better type of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it might be week 1 where you still have hope.
Yeah, something early on.
All right, Dolphreaky, another great show. Everyone follow
Mike.
Dolphreaky
Everybody
on social
come see me
media.
this weekend. Come say hi. Let's get some selfies in. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it rolling, and we'll have a great time no matter the outcome because we are a family, and this is what we do.
Yeah, go see her at the tailgate, East 12, row 209, and everyone's going to be there. And look, it's about community.
Yeah.
I know we all want the team to win, but that's out of our control. So at least let's go take some pictures, have some fun, say hi.
If you guys need anything, if you need directions, if you need a parking map, if you need this, I'm your private concierge. So just hit me up at Dolphreaky on all the socials. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, there you go. I got nothing else to add from that. Everyone, thank you for tuning in and watching, and we'll talk to you again after a while.
Fins up.